Hey, Grinn Games here at PAX Prime 2014. Sitting here with
Doherty.
Neil Doherty. We're sitting at the Due Process booth. A very interesting first-person shooter that I came across and wanted to kind of find out a little bit more about. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do here at Due Process at Giant Enemy Crab?
Sure. Well, I'm Neil. I work at Giant Enemy Crab. I handle all the aspects outside of like game design and programming. So everything involving like programming, press, making sure that we can design the game in peace as opposed to like, you know, having to deal with the outside business stuff. So I'm basically the business guy.
Excellent, of course. Yeah, keeping things in order.
Yeah.
Awesome.
A lot busier than I thought it would be.
Okay. Well, so what about Due Process do you feel makes it special? What is Due Process exactly?
Well, it's basically a tactical FPS about drawing on maps, and that's really what makes it special. You see here on the spectator cam, we have people planning out their assault on a room. That's really different from the solitary experience you get with other first-person shooters, where you'll just kind of go in alone, right? You know, shoot people, maybe not talk with random people so much. Basically, do your own thing. Whereas our goal is to try and get people to collaborate,
communicate a little bit more, and try and work together as a team a bit more than just going in and killing everybody else.
Right. Well, I mean, they are still trying to kill everyone else.
Yeah.
But tactically, with a plan.
Absolutely.
Right? So we have some tools to help them do that, like you see wall explosives, door charges, night vision goggles, riot shields, right, along with the standard guns, flashbang grenades, and normal grenades. And that makes for a really interesting sort of gameplay.
Excellent, excellent. What kind of inspiration did kind of drove you towards putting this kind of game together?
I want to say Arma is a big one for us.
Okay.
Rainbow Six was, though it's unfortunate that like Rainbow Six Siege is also coming out in a similar time frame, right? As well as I think those are honestly the primary two.
Okay.
Right? Like Arma has a lot of planning. It takes we're basically a condensed version of their planning phase.
Excellent, excellent. In that planning phase, how does the game kind of play out exactly? Is it a lobby that you're sitting in while the planning phase is going, or how does it kind of progress?
Okay, so when you're attacking the room, you start out in a truck with all your armaments, right? And then you have about 2 minutes, it might be 90 seconds actually, to map out how you're going to breach this room using those tools that I mentioned, like door charges, wall explosives, right? You'll see things on the map right now. Well, I think that's blue team, so they're the defenders. You plan how you're going to defend or attack this room.
Gotcha.
After those 2 minutes, you have about 2 minutes to breach the room and like execute the plan that you just mapped out.
I see.
And you spend about half of your time making this plan with your teammates. So,
and that's a pretty important phase because if everybody's not coordinated correctly, then they're just going to kind of go in and meet a wall of bullets.
We've made it so that people die very quickly in this game, so if your plan is very out of order, right, like if you don't execute that and the plan be somewhat intelligent, you're probably going to get shredded and it's not going to be very fun for you.
Makes sense, yeah, plan is key, that makes a lot of sense. So, so you said when you're attacking a room, so the tables can be turned. The team switches to the other side?
Correct. So you play in rounds of 3. Okay. Right? You have a certain amount of resources to attack the room, attack 3 different rooms, randomly generated rooms. Right? And then you switch on to defense and they get a chance to attack you.
Oh, okay. Excellent. And so how many kind of levels are there to this?
Close to infinite. It's procedurally generated.
Oh, I see.
So these are all randomized-ish maps. Like you're not going to get a door in the middle of the room.
Gotcha.
But all these levels are different. So it's less about understanding specific maps that already exist, which you can kind of do on your own, and finding ways to make good plans and establishing good tactics and working according to those with your teammates.
Excellent, excellent. So how long has this game been in development?
We've been developing it for about a year now.
About a year? Okay, and what engine are you working with?
We're working in Unity.
Unity? Oh, excellent.
Looking to eventually be on PC, Mac, Linux, and we'll see if we can get on consoles as well.
Amazing, all right. Well, that kind of wraps up what I was interested in. There seems to be a lot of good information. Anything else you'd like to say about the game?
That's pretty much the gist of the game.
All right, so excellent. Well, I appreciate your time.
Thanks for checking us out.
Absolutely.